Yo, hello everyone, and welcome back again to a brand new video. Are you looking to connect your Wix domain to Squarespace? In this tutorial, we will walk you throughout the steps to seamlessly integrate your Wix domain with your Squarespace website, making it more accessible. So guys, let's get started. Before we start with this video, make sure to watch it from now till the end so you can have the full experience. In this video guys, I will show you basically how to buy a Wix domain directly connected to Squarespace. Now the first part is buying the Wix domain because it is the most tricky part, since you might not know, Wix is basically made for making and building websites, not for buying domain names. Now, buying domain names is not really something that Wix is made for, and especially if you go to wix.com, you will have right here, let me for example here show you, you will not have like a section where you are going to buy domain or have anything like that. You will only have like basically website builders, website things like as you can see here, there is nothing even in product that's basically saying domains. So you can find domain, as you can see, but you can't, or you can transfer domain. But buying a domain is pretty tricky. Why so? Because it is only made for the website, like you can only buy it directly through the website that you made in Wix. For example, here I'm going to my store that I have opened it, or my website that I have on Wix. I'm going to click on select and edit site. Now in this area where I clicked, it is gonna take me to the dashboard where there will be this let's set up your business. In this area we will have few steps to actually complete. One of them is connecting a custom domain. Now when you try to connect a custom domain in Wix, you will have first to upgrade your plan, and with that specific plan they will give you a free domain. So let's check that out. Click on let's go. After I write my domain right here, and I'm going to click make it mine. After that they will give me two options. The first option is by upgrading my plan right now, and after upgrading it I can like literally have a one free domain voucher, so you can add a domain and get a domain for free. Now there is another way, which is basically by buying this domain right now. Now the only difference is look how much money it's gonna cost me. So I'm going to click on upgrade now. For upgrading you will have to pay at least the least is $7 for to collaborate, etc, etc, but what we care is one free domain for 1 year. The second method, which is buying direct domain without getting a plan on Wix, is gonna cost you twice the price. It's gonna cost you $15 a year for one domain. That is why I highly recommend you guys to actually go for the premium plan. So it can give you $7 a month and you will get like 1 year domain. So that's what you can literally go for. Now guys, what I highly also recommend you to do is basically, in case you didn't buy a domain yet from Wix or anywhere else, or you don't have a specific reason to buy from Wix, just go ahead and buy it from another platform, since this Wix is not being made as provider for domains. So you can have other platforms that are providers such as GoDaddy and others that's actually giving you the same domain for much cheaper price. For example, here let's buy this one. As you can see here, this domain will be for only 1 year, $15. If I go, for example, let me just copy the same domain and go to GoDaddy. I'm going right here, and as you can see guys, for the first year I will get it, for example, for 0.01, and like yeah, the prices are pretty insane, as you can see right here. This is the domain for 0.01, so there is a lot of cheap prices that you might find in here. You just have to choose the correct provider and you will have the best plan. You could even check Namecheap for prices and much more. Now how can we connect it with Squarespace? So for Squarespace you have to first of all go ahead and open Squarespace itself. So as you can see here, I have Squarespace, and now what I'm gonna do is to go ahead and click on get started. After that I'm just gonna skip everything, browse templates, and I'm just gonna create a website real quick. So here I'm just gonna choose this one, start with this design, and right after I finish with this step, I will simply have to actually add that domain that we have chosen. So let me just write here like tutorial, get started, and then I'm going to click on settings. After clicking on settings, click on domains and email. Just like that, you will be taken to this page where you can add a domain or buy it. So you can do the same thing here. You could either get a domain from Squarespace themselves. So let's go ahead and search for the same domain. So there we go, and as you can see, it is probably like the same prices, $14 for .net. So there is also the other step, which is basically by connecting. So this is what you are going for. We are going to use a domain that I own, and simply here paste the domain that you own or you bought on Wix. So I don't really have a domain on Wix, so what I'm gonna do is to go ahead and open a website that I have already, a domain that I have already on Namecheap, and they are gonna be basically the same steps. Click here, add the domain, and as you can see, they will give you few records. So they will give you two options, either to connect the domain or to transfer it. So in case you want to connect the domain without transferring it, and transferring it means like getting it from Wix into Squarespace. So your domain will be here in Squarespace, so whenever you want to pay, you will pay Squarespace. Whenever something will happen, it will happen on Squarespace itself. So this is what they mean with transfer. But otherwise, in this video, we are going to connect. So let's go here and click connect domain. So let's follow these instructions, and basically they are going to give us some records. These records are DNS records that we have to change in our DNS manager, or DNS manager in our domain. So what we're gonna do is to follow these steps, as you can see, and we are eventually gonna find a few things that we need to actually accept or copy. So let me just follow this, moving a Squarespace domain between Squarespace sites. That's that one. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. Yep, this is the correct thing, because we are going to connect. And if your domain currently isn't attached to your website, you can click on connect instead. Connect a Squarespace domain to a connect a Squarespace domain to a Squarespace website. So this is for Squarespace things, but we are not going to use Squarespace. As I said, we are going to give it from Wix. So here we just have to go down before you begin, disable your domain auto renew, etc., etc. It's possible to move eligibility and move domain between sites. So open your domain dashboard, click domain, scroll down, link move domain, select the thumbnail image on the website you are moving to the domain to. If everything looks correct, click on confirm to complete the move. And this is basically pretty much it. It's very easy, guys, and nothing is pretty hard about it. And you have to check also your eligibility. So you have to check your domain here, check if the basically Wix is available, but Wix is probably available, so you'll not have any problems. So yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you a lot, and see you guys in the next tutorial.